Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a fascinating and rapidly evolving topic: how artificial intelligence is reshaping workplaces, especially in the legal field. To help us understand the key considerations, we're joined by attorney Christine Ferraris, an experienced attorney here at A. Ferraris Law. Let's get started.
So first question, what are the key legal considerations for incorporating AI tools in a law office to protect, information and confidentiality? I guess specific things that I'm aware of, and I know other attorneys are, in terms of using it in a legal office in a substantive way, that is, to help a particular client. We don't want to be disclosing any information on online or even subscribed services. For example, Lexis and Westlaw have an AI platform to, do legal research, and that is paid for. And there are some free ones. I think Google has what was on Bard is now Gemini, to help with kind of examining information and then providing its version of questions and so forth. I've tested some of these things, but I haven't relied on them. It's just right now it's kind of test to see if it against something that I already know, but not making sure we don't disclose information relative to, a particular client. Even if it doesn't identify names, specific facts and things, sometimes you can still identify client information, and confidentiality is always key.
Yes, that is very true. So our next question is, how can AI be effectively used to streamline tasks like document review, case research, or client communication without compromising ethical standards?
Well, I would suggest, that you could maybe even speak to this relative to, trying to set up a checklist, using the Chat GPT as a guide to say, hey, I'd like to create that Chat GPT, which has been, an open source and available to folks. Something innocuous like this is great because it's not disclosing client information, but like how to set up a checklist to answer the phone, how to set a checklist up to process payments. This kind of thing, I think has helped us in the firm. Same with social media, those kinds of regular tasks that we do, and coming up with content sometimes as well, but always being mindful that we kind of have to check whatever content that we create, whether it be for social media or for any kind of legal reliance. There has been, in the media, how some attorneys have relied on some of these AI platforms and have been really wrong and then submitted them to the court. I think I even saw a recent article where there was a supposed AI expert who relied on AI as an expert in, I think, a court proceeding, and it was actually wrong. So I'm sure that is something we all want to avoid. And so it's not being over-reliant on it and checking it. Do not rely on it as it being 100%. You do still have to check it. It gives ideas and so forth, which are helpful, but you always have to check that against the law that's out there, obviously, especially if it's a legal type of platform, to make sure it is actually accurate. So just like anything, when you're relying on, co-counsel or something that we've done in the past, we always have to kind of check it just to make sure it's accurate, for what's going on now in the particular circumstances that we're looking into.
Yes, that is very true. So in the law firm, I use AI in my work to streamline document organization, to help with case research, sometimes with client communication. I use it to, with sometimes with social media, or to refine something I said to make it more clear and more professional. And as well, it helps me a lot with coming up, with ideas and, with video content creation. Even this video I've created with another awesome AI tool, which helps me to take voice messages or even voices and turn it into a video with a little bit of editing on my side and making sure everything is correctly and lines up correctly. I think AI is a great thing, and it helps me work more efficiently while ensuring confidentiality and ethical standards. But like you mentioned, it's always important to have that human touch, that human aspect of double checking your work, making sure if it provides you with facts to double check it and make sure the facts are correct. And the laws, especially in a law firm, you cannot, just rely on AI alone. You should do your research properly. Make sure you know when you are asking AI for something that your prompts are clear and that you know exactly what you are asking for, because it is a machine and it's there to assist you and help you work more efficiently and effectively. So yeah, I do think that is important as well. One of the other questions we had was, what potential liabilities should law firms or workplaces be aware of when relying on AI for decision making or advice?
Relative to liabilities and regulations, I think I keep saying this, and I think I'm repeating myself. It's just checking, especially if it's an area where you're not familiar. I would hesitate to rely on AI. I think I have used it where in areas that I know the law pretty well, just to help me get started. Sometimes it's hard to get something started if I haven't wrote something that particular, but and then that particular set of facts. I've understood from colleagues that in terms of depositions and putting together questions and so forth, they've used it and it's been helpful that way. But again, it's still so new. There aren't specific guidelines other than, you don't want to rely on something that's not the actual law, as has happened, I guess, with certain attorneys. And you don't want to disclose information or rely on a particular platform to think that it's secure and disclose client information. But as far as tasks and the administrative things and creating procedures and checklists, I think it's a great source at this point that does help us in some ways. And so I'm delighted to use it because we can become more efficient, and some of the administrative tasks associated with the work that we do, it takes less time, we can do more legal production type of work. So I'm glad that it's there, and I know that it's going to continue to change. And I'm open to learning more about it. I hope this information has been helpful to someone. And thanks, Lizette, for asking these questions. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Christine, for sharing the helpful information and your thoughts. AI is undoubtedly transforming the workplace, and it's crucial to understand how to use it responsibly. So guys, if you have any questions or want to learn more, drop them in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more legal insights. See you next time.